New series of the BBC One sitcom Avoidance returns tonight. The first season was about a couple breaking up, and now that part of the couple, the man in the couple, is desperate to get her back.
And the show stars Ramesh Ranganathan and Jessica Knappett. Let's take a look.
Poor Ramesh.
Jessica's just chatting away to herself over there. What are you saying? Yeah. What are you talking?
Yeah.
What? What's
yeah? Yeah,
that's you doing your thing.
Me. Yeah, that's me on the telly, isn't it? I suppose. And now, how very meta.
And here you are talking about Avoidance.
Yes.
I think some people love awkward comedy, don't they? And this delivers a lot of awkward comedy, doesn't it?
Oh, thanks.
I think that's a compliment.
Yes, it does. Oh, it definitely does. Yeah, it's a bit of a cringe fest. I think we're all fans of that in the writers' room, and it's something Ramesh does really well. And so we're no patience. I do relate to that.
Well, she has reason to not have patience with him.
Yeah, she's absolutely sick of him.
Yes,
she's sick of him. But that's going to change this series because she starts to warm to him a little bit more. There's a complication there.
Because he wants her back, and I tell you what, already having seen the first episode of the second series, I don't like your character.
Oh, OK.
Yeah, I don't, but I enjoy not liking her, which is quite good. So I'm kind of rooting for someone else, for Ramesh.
Yeah, well, and there is someone else to root for, because we've got Aisling Bean as this in this series, who is very funny, and the character that she brought to life so brilliantly, she's so funny. And so we're adding in an Aisling, we're adding in a Matthew Lewis for me, because I was in the writers' room this series. So, it's no coincidence that my character this series has a very attractive new boyfriend.
What was that like, kind of being in the room?
Well, great. You have to be careful what you talk about, because it might end up in the show.
Oh, in your personal life type thing?
Yeah.
I want to know more about the writers' room.
Yeah.
What's the setup here? There is an existing script, is there?
No.
Nothing. So you go in and there's a
There's
blank...
nothing.
OK.
Well, I mean, for series, I wasn't involved in series one. I didn't create the show, but we did so much improvising in series one that it sort of felt like a natural evolution for me to join the writers' room on series two. And Rom and I had such a good time that I think we just really wanted to build in more of that. So I built out my part, essentially, for series two. But there's nothing. I mean, you go in, you've got a vague idea of, we kind of might want to see these two people struggling with their feelings for each other in series two, and how do we complicate that?
So you're starting with the storyline, just fundamentally the storyline, and then adding in dialogue at that point, or is that much further down the line?
There'll be a few jokes. Well, yeah, I mean, things get thrown around. I think we'd sort of made a decision. Series one was quite sad because it was about a breakup. And two people, trying to piece their lives back together, and he was heartbroken in the first series, but we've moved it on a bit, so we knew we weren't going to be dealing with that sort of sadness. But so what else are we going to do? Well, instead of a sadcom, it's a rom-com. And that works both ways, doesn't it, guys?
You don't need to explain
that. It's that kind of joke that really made me earn my place in the writers' room, I think.
Ramesh does deadpan very well, doesn't he? Does that make acting alongside him in those scenes quite hard?
Do you know what? That is one of the hardest things to cope with, because it's so funny when he does nothing. And I can't... It was definitely getting into the 20s.
Really?
On one, yeah, and the thing is, you think, oh, that must be so much fun when everyone's laughing. It's not. It's really stressful, because then you look around. There's hundreds of people there trying to get the job done. It's when you look at the boom operator. That's my thing, and they're standing there going, "This actually is really hurting my arms, and I want to go for lunch."
Just get it right.
But when they're laughing, it's great.
It just shows it's funny. If you're a comedian, you find it funny. It's funny.
The most professional person on set, though, was Kieran, who is an 11-year-old boy.
There you go. Says it all,
he
doesn't
is
it?
brilliant. He is brilliant.
Jessica, thank you very much. Nice seeing you this morning.
Good talking to you. The second series of Avoidance starts tonight, 9:30 on BBC One.